Hello and welcome. I'm Cowboy Bob of Cowboy Bob DJ and Dance. I'm the DJ and line dance instructor at the County Line in Melbourne, Florida. I'm also the owner of Cowboy Bob DJ and Dance, a DJ company that specializes in weddings, parties, and any of the dance instruction that you have privately. I've been asked by a lot of my dancers over at the County Line to start a YouTube page here, really for dance instruction, things that we've been doing. Basic line dance instruction, more advanced things as well. So finally got the technology together, and I'm gonna give this a try out and see how this goes. Hopefully you guys like this. So the first video here that we're gonna do is going to be about step sheets. Now, there are multiple ways in which you can learn how to dance. One, you can go to your local venue, your bar or dance hall, and take instruction from take the lessons from an instructor. Second way is you can just get out on that floor and start following all those other people that are experienced and know the dance. I kind of find that to be a little bit more difficult if you don't already have down the basic moves necessary to learn. If you don't have those basic moves, it becomes very frustrating. I've seen people leave the floor, not come back, not enjoy themselves, and just kind of leave the situation when they could be having a good time with everybody. The third way is you can download a step sheet. Now, a step sheet basically tells you what the dance is, how to do the dance, and it does it in just words, okay? No visuals associated with this. So where do you find these things? Step sheets are online. The major one that I use is Copper Knob. I do have my own specific private page there with every dance listed that I've taught. So I will be linking a description to that below so you can get to that site and kind of learn what we've been doing here down at the County Line. So step sheets, what do they do? They basically tell you how to do a dance. So let's take a look at one of these. Now, one thing you have to learn is that, or know, is that which dance you do at your own venue. An example of this would be, there are multiple different dances to one song. Example would be, say, Drink-A-Bye by Cole Swindell. There's two different dances that are done down here in Florida at very competing bars. There's a bar across the street from us that, basically across the street from us, that does something different to Drink-A-Bye than we do. So you gotta make sure that you're looking at whatever venue you're at, find out what dance it is that you do so you learn the correct one. Now, every dance on the step sheets, it'll tell you the name of the dance itself, how many steps that dance is, how many walls it is, the difficulty level of that dance as well. May it be a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. It gives you the name of the choreographer, and it gives you the name of the music used for that dance itself. They may also give you alternatives to that music, for that music to dance to also. So as we go through here, it's going to tell you in the main body of the work here, it's going to tell you how many counts there are on an introduction. So you'll see if you've ever been to a line dance before, you'll see all these people standing out there during the first part of a dance, just standing there waiting. That is the introductory portion of that dance. You don't start yet until a specific portion. Now, it may be 16 counts in, it may be 8 counts in, it may be 32 counts in, but that will tell you on the step sheet exactly where that is. Now, what else is the step sheet telling you? It breaks down the dance. So say this dance here, All Out Tonight by Blake Shelton, is 32 counts. There are 32 counts in this dance. It's going to break it up into 8 count sections. In that case, we're going to have 4 sections. 8 times 4 is 32. A little bit of math is going to be needed in some of these dances. Don't worry, it's easy. So we're going to have those sections, 4 sections in here. At the top of each section, it's going to give you an overview of what is going to happen in that section. So this is where future videos that I'm going to do are going to talk about terminology, dance etiquette, and things of that nature. And you'll hear a lot of these things in that video. But just as an overview right now, it's going to tell you what to do for that section. In this first section here for All About Tonight, it's going to say cross rock recover, side shuffle, cross rock recover, side shuffle. Now, underneath that is going to break it up into smaller increments. It's going to tell you exactly in the smaller print what to do with your feet on the floor. It's also going to give you a set of numbers here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, those correspond to the beat of the music, the tempo that's going on here. It's going to break it down so that you will move according to the beat of the music. Now, if you ever listen to music, you'll hear it, and music is actually broken down into either 16 or 32 count pieces as well. And you can sit down and listen to the beat and be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hear that in the music itself. You're going to hear that with and see that in the dance also. So what it's doing here is you have something called a straight count. Your straight counts is 1 count per beat. So what I mean by that is 1, 2, 3, 4. An example of that would be a vine. So let me show you what I'm looking at by that. And I want to turn around so you got the right orientation associated with it. A vine is a side behind side touch. So it's going to be side behind side touch. As you do that with the beat, it's going to be, and count, it's going to be 1 behind 2 side, 3 touch 4. So you can see each step is 1 beat. There's something called an end as well with this. The end shows as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's called a syncopation. It's actually going to be a little bit quicker. You're going to do more footwork within that section than you would just in a straight count. So you're doing the areas in between the beats. So you've got your beat 1, you're going to do the end in between, and then you're going to do your beat 2. An example of that would be a shuffle, let's say. So a shuffle, basically, like you did when you were a kid and you shuffled across the wool floor to go shock your brother or sister, right? You're going to just shuffle your feet through. But it's every time you move that foot, it's going to be a count, including those end beats. So an example of that would be a shuffle. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So you can see how that differs from your straight count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, for that shuffle, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. This step sheet's going to tell you when you need to use a straight count and when you need to use a syncopated count within that music for that dance itself. So let's really take a look at this body in here. So they break it down very simply into usually 2 or 3 counts in a line. So the first counts are going to be 1, 2. 1-2. So count 1, 2. You know that's a straight count at that point. It tells you you're going to cross rock your left over your right and recover to the right. So let's try that out. So 1, 2. So if you're going to cross your left over your right, your weight has to be on that right foot so you can move your left. You can't move your left foot when the weight's on there. So we're going to start this dance out with weight on our right foot. You're going to cross rock that left over your right and then recover the weight on that right. Now, I want you to practice that, but practice it with the numbers as well. So you're going to cross rock 1, recover 2. Further along, it tells you counts 3 and 4. Hey, I know this is syncopation now because it's got that end in there. So what's it say? Step left to left side, step right together, step left to left side. So let me try that with my feet. I'm going to step my left to my left side, step together with my right, and step left to left side. Now let's put that together with a little bit of that count as well. So left to left side, step right together, step left to left side for 3 and 4. Ready? 3 and 4. So let's put that 4 count together for us now, right? 1, 2, straight count, 3 and 4, syncopation. Ready? And cross 1, recover 2, shuffle 3 and 4. So you can see how that actually translates from the page onto the floor in the movement itself. This is how you read the step sheet. This is how you take it apart and what it's telling you to do. It tells you exactly what you need to do in order to learn that dance. Now, once you go through this section, you're going to get to a point where you pretty much remember what they're asking you to do. All right? You move on to the next section. Once you figure that out, you add it to the first section. So now you have half the dance. Once you're comfortable with doing half the dance, go to that third section. Learn that third section, add it to the first 2. Now you've got 3/4 of that dance down. At the end, learn that fourth, And once you're comfortable with that, add it to the 3/4. Now you've got the full dance down. What you're going to do from here is, hey, I can do this, no music on just yet. I can do this dance fully through. But what I want you to do is, as you're going through that dance and you're actually doing the step work, count as you do it. And what I mean by that is, as you're learning and as you're going through that dance, go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you can hear yourself in your head going through those counts. It helps you keep beat. Now, the next step is to really get that music going. Sit down. Don't worry about moving your feet at this point in time. Listen to the music. Try and match the beat of the music to the number count. So you'll be sitting down listening to, say, All About Tonight, and you'll be sitting there listening to it, and you'll be going 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This way you become more familiar with how the interaction is between the count for the dance and the beat of the music. It'll help you later on in the floor. So when you're comfortable with that and you see that positively, what you're going to do then is you're going to play the music and try to get up and do the dance to the music. It's going to take a little time to marry the two together. It's fine. Take your time with this. Practice, practice, practice with your step sheets. This is how you read step sheets. Some of these step sheets will be a little bit more difficult to read than others, especially some of the ones that are more advanced. Unfortunately, some people don't know how to write a correct step sheet. I've seen that as well, or it's just worded incorrectly. Words are used incorrectly or whatnot in it, and it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult. But you know, once you try to work it out on the dance floor and with your feet, you'll find out where the mistakes are or where the confusion is, and you'll be able to work that through. So yes, most of them are kept on Copper Knob itself. I will link a description. I will link the website below in the description as well. My personal page to Copper Knob, and then you can go through our Copper Knob at that point in time and look up anything you want to look up. I hope this helped out for learning how to do step sheets here. Download a few, look at them at home, get that music, get out to your bar or your dance hall, have a good time with everybody. It's a great line dance community is a great community. I've had a lot of fun with people on and off the floor for multiple years now. I've had the pleasure of learning from some very special line dance instructors from Long Island, as well as up at the Mishnock Barn in Rhode Island. I hope you enjoyed this, and we look forward to doing more content in the coming weeks. And we'll try and get something out there that does line dance etiquette, the terminology, and we'll start talking about some of the basic moves associated with line dance. So guys, take care, have fun. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much.